Okay, I am doing a response to an email that I got yesterday. I got an email from one of your colleagues that this person felt overwhelmed and confused by the calendar and possibly the agenda. And so I wanted to make a video explaining what I did last week and some of the changes that I made to the calendar. I avoided early on, like last week, I avoided putting specific timelines into our revised calendar. I had my sort of down here where it says revision plans. I had some notes for people to look at, but I'm thinking that, you know, because I had notes, and then I had here's the old calendar that I've revised. Maybe it wasn't very clear. So here's sort of the compromise I've done. I've taken my notes from down here, and rather than have blank spaces, this is the revised, this now that you're looking at right now. So the Corona break was, it ended on Monday, April 6th, and we are now right here on Wednesday or Thursday, between Wednesday and Friday. So let's see. So I've put in after this week, and I think most of this anyway was here, I put in a little bit more information into weeks 13, 14, 15, 16. And the basic plan is, rather than do all of the things that in sequence B that was originally on the guidelines, if you follow the SWA 1B, I'm only going to have you guys do this first assignment, this small, the first assignment here, small writing assignment 1B. And you're doing a reverse outline of a targeted audience article. And the homework that you're doing this week with your teams, with your tree teams, that's on the calendar right here. This homework is very similar to what you will do next week with your SWA 1B. So you're going to find your own target. I'm giving you guys an article called How to Read Like a Writer. That's a targeted audience article. Next week, week 13, I'm going to prep you guys for finding your own targeted audience articles. I'll give you lots of examples. And then week 14, you're going to be working on your own reverse outline like you did for the homework, very similar to the homework that you're doing for this week. You're going to do your own screen capture presentation of a targeted audience article. And then weeks 15 and 16, you're going to do a creative revision. This links to your creative revision doc of probably your major writing assignment A, but that's negotiable. I'm guessing that most of you are going to do the creative revision of your major writing assignment A. Originally, the plan was for you to have a choice between A and B, but since we're not doing B, you'll most likely go with A. But it still will work. And then the portfolio, most of the work for the portfolio is actually the reflection that you have to write. And there's specific questions for the reflection that you should answer. Otherwise, the portfolio is if you, for example, like if you used Google Sites or Wix or something like that, you can just stay with that same website builder and add pages as is necessary. You don't need to create a completely new document. Okay, back to my notes. So I've given you, in that calendar that we were just looking at, I've given you the topics that we're going to be covering, but no specific due dates. My original feeling about this was like I wanted to see how you guys did with that, with this assignment right here, this screen capture of Mike Bunn's How to Read Like a Writer. I wanted to kind of wait and see how things went and then gauge the timeline based on that. But I've at least put the topics in. I will withhold due dates for the moment, but I'll start plugging them in as we get closer. And the whole, so going on to like these videos that I'm posting versus the Zoom office hours. I would like to be doing Zoom classes at our normal time, but I mentioned in a previous video, I can't remember which one, that I think it was like how things work from now on, that I want to say it's this like how classes will operate going forward. That general course format post Corona break. I think it's that one right there. And all of the literature says don't do synchronous video, meaning don't require somebody to be at a have good connectivity at a specific time, because I mean my connectivity here is terrible. Like I'm trying to upload videos and it takes me 24 hours to upload a half-hour video. The cons for that system of no like face-to-face, virtually face-to-face through Zoom, is I don't get any feedback until I get like a panicked email from somebody saying, "Oh my God, I'm overwhelmed and confused." So it's a bummer for me because if I skip something, if I omit information that you guys need, I don't hear about it until things are getting to be a little bit late. So please feel free to email me if stuff is not clear. You can also post questions to that. I guess I only have the Yammer page. You can also post questions. Oh, I don't have a Yammer page for you guys. So email me if you have questions about what you're doing for homework that week. And I put into these weeks, like this week is pretty full of all the stuff that you have to do. Jeanette and I kind of did a dry run through of the homework assignment that you guys have to do. So watch that video. I think it should be helpful. The other weeks below here, I just have the topics that are on the calendar, the revised calendar that we were looking at a minute ago. I have those topics, but as we proceed, like with this preparation for SWA 1B, I'll be putting in lots more information down there, and links to targeted audience articles and stuff like that, and those will be appearing in the Sequence B folder here, like when I dump a bunch of resources for you in there. So I hope the video helps. Sorry if there's been confusion, and email if you have questions.